Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Today we are talking about Fernandes. So some of you might have heard of this, some of you might have not. But Fernandes Guitars files for bankruptcy, says it's becoming impossible to continue doing business. The Japanese guitar company, known for its Gibson and Fender replicas, has supplied many big-name artists over the years, including Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong. So Bluey, I believe, is what he calls it. Is that Strat? It's got the Seymour Duncan and the bridge pickup. Doesn't use the neck or middle for anything. That you probably heard on a lot of Green Day songs. That is a Fernandes guitar. There's probably a lot of people that play these things. You might have played one and not realized it was Fernandes. You know, typically everybody calls them lower end. But they are done, basically. They're filing for bankruptcy. I think the used market is probably hurting them because I feel like you can get a lot of the stuff on the used market for significantly cheaper than the newer stuff, and I think the used market is even kind of like more expensive. So we'll go to Reverb at the end of this. We'll read this little article here first and then go from there. So since 1969, Fernandes guitars. So yeah, they've been around for a while. And slowly asserted itself as a go-to provider for budget import guitars. However, the Japanese company has announced that it's filed for bankruptcy. The company, best known for its line of Fender and Gibson replicas and a Sustainer electric guitar pickup, shared the news on July 13th. The company cite a considerable amount of debt to be one of the main contributing factors. The statement on its website reads, Fernandes is currently owed a considerable amount of debt to multiple creditors, and unfortunately it has been impossible to continue the business. We apologize for the inconvenience, but in the light of the total amount of debt, we're filing for bankruptcy. Creditors and the business partner who have claims to the debt, Fernandes, will be contacted in the writing by the attorney representative themselves in the bankruptcy proceedings. We apologize for the inconvenience. According to Tokyo Shoko Research, Fernandes Guitard owed 433.89 million yen, approximately 21 million euros, at 2.1 million euros as of January of this year. The report asserted that the second-hand market has played a huge role in the debt, as well as an increasing competitive market. Fernandes replicas have made their way into the hands of many musicians, such as Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong. His Fernandes reveal, and has proudly paraded his Fernandes Revival RST50 based on the Fender Strat on stage for years, having owned it since the tender age of 10. Metallica's Kurt Hammett also loves his Fernandes guitars FST13, appearing on the cover of Metallica's the 599 EP Garage Day Revisited. This isn't the first time a guitar giant has had to file for bankruptcy. In recent years, Gibson's infamously filed for bankruptcy in 2018. However, Gibson had the ability to get back on its feet with the help of a company restructuring and changing in leadership. Of course, there's still time for someone to swoop in and buy the company. The brand has its perks with its respected guitar bases and pickups. Fernandes has also signed licensing deals with a slew of notable artists such as Robert Trujillo and even Keanu Reeves for a short stint. So it would certainly be a strong brand to back. Essentially, Fernandes' future is still in the balance. So, yeah. I mean, ultimately, it's kind of like who the heck knows here. So let's see if we can just, whoops, a daisy. See what these are going for on the used market. I want to see specifically Billy Joe Armstrong's, the RST50, because I bet you that goes for, like, stupid money on the used market, I would guess. But yeah, $500-600. I don't know why they're blaming the used market. I mean, I guess the used market to a certain, like, I feel like prices haven't gone down in the used market very much, but I do feel it is over flooded right now. So basically meaning that, you know, you can probably get a decent deal on something. So yeah, I mean, I guess you can buy one of these things for a reasonable price. So his has, I believe, is that a rosewood fretboard or a maple fretboard? That is hard to tell from that picture. Let's see here. But, you know, you can buy one of these for, you know, $500 or so. Let's see. Billy Joel. Yeah, I guess it is a maple fretboard, I think. It just looks extremely dirty. Yeah, it's just a very, very well used maple fretboard. But yeah, so for $500 you can get one of those things. But if you go to like Guitar Center, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, I feel like OfferUp kind of dropped off. eBay. There's a lot of people that bought guitars during COVID in that mid range. You're talking, I would say, somewhere between $200 to $800. I would call that mid range. Maybe even up to 1,000. And they tried to pick it up during COVID. Guitar sales were super hot. You couldn't get a hold of anything during COVID. And then after it was over with and everybody could go back outside and do their own things again, a lot of people were like, yeah, I'm not going to pick this thing up again. They went to their local Guitar Center, posted on a Reverb or wherever. So I feel like in that $200 to probably $1,000 range, there is just a plethora of guitars. Not to say that they're bad, but there's just so many of them that you can get for a really good deal if you wait a while and look around. That maybe that is hurting some companies in terms of selling new gear. Because, why would I spend $800 on a brand new Fernandes when I can find a made in Mexico Strat for $400 or $500? So, that may be what they're talking about. It always sucks to see, companies go out of business, file for bankruptcy, things along those lines. In terms of bankruptcy, I don't think it should be a thing. I really don't. I don't like the idea of just, we messed up so bad, but we can just get out of it by filing bankruptcy. And then not have to pay all of your debts back to all the people you owe money to. I'm sure it pisses them off too quite a bit. But, that is how the business world works. I don't fully understand it myself. So I'll leave it at that. That is what it is. But I can guarantee at the very least, kind of like Sweetwater, somebody will buy up the stock of their stuff at the very least. Maybe they'll buy the name. I'm not really sure. So don't be on the lookout for huge discounts because you're not going to get them. I'll be honest with you. If you think you're going to get, a brand new guitar, $800 guitar for $100, the chances of that, unless they really got to get some money real quick, are slim to nothing. 9 out of 10, what's going to happen is, I feel like Fender, being that the body shapes are all the same, I wonder if they're made in the same factory as some of the Chinese Fenders. Because honestly, there's 3 or 4 Chinese factories that pretty much make every single brand of Chinese guitar. Realistically, I think there's maybe 2 or 3 South Korean ones. Made in Mexico, there's a couple of them. Indonesia, there's 1 or 2 as well. But reality is it's basically the same factories making the same guitar with slightly different tweaks for different companies. Is what it comes down to, especially in terms of the Chinese guitars on the lower end. So it would not surprise me if Fender just bought these things up. If there's pretty much the same exact specs as a Squier, put a Squier decal on that bad boy, ship it out the door. Will they actually do that? I honestly have no idea. It'll kind of just wait and see type deal. So I may do a follow-up video on this to see, if somebody actually fully buys them out. Then that'll be, probably a second video, and then I'll be like, so-and-so bought out Fernandes, they're going to keep the name, or they're not going to keep the name. Who knows? But will these things be worth a lot of money in the future? I have no idea. It seems like even with the popularity of Billy Joe Armstrong and a couple of other artists bringing them out on stage, when his actual Bluey guitar here sells, that'll go for millions of dollars. But replicas, I don't think they've ever made an actual replica. I don't think they've ever actually endorsed him, or he has gone for an endorsement. I know he's had endorsements through Gibson, as he plays quite a few Gibsons as well. He has a couple of signature Gibsons as well, but he does not have a signature Fernandes to my knowledge. So that is kind of what it is. I guess we'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm curious what you have to say. Let me know what you want to see for future guitar and music-related content as well. While you're down there, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that notification bell because, in all honesty, all of that does help. we are going to continue trying to do shorts. So I'm going to try to keep up with the shorts. I don't always do them every single day. I'm not doing the long videos. Long videos are Tuesday, Saturday, if you're wondering. And then the shorts kind of fill in the rest of the week. It depends on what I'm doing. You know, if I have the time for it and, you know, I have an idea to make a short, I'll put one out there. But if I can't think of something, then, you know, that kind of is what it is. So thank you for watching. And as always, have a good one.